Now that Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker is official, and Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz is official for March 3rd, Parker and Joshua is official for March 31st. We talked about that 3 weeks ago. We knew what the date and the venue was, so that's not breaking news. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the Boston Clinic. But now that both of these fights are official, which is the better fight from a pure boxing standpoint, from a pure competitive standpoint, which fight is better? Now the undercards don't have to be, we're going to have to see how they develop. And we know, UK undercards is like the boxing marathons, 1,000 fights on the undercard. But it's very, I think I like watching the undercard in the UK. I mean, it's a lot of boxing. Appreciate watching it for 3 hours and then getting the main event. It's just, plus it's in the middle of the day. It's the winter time where I'm at, so I don't mind it. And they telecast a lot of fights on they Sky or whatever they holding the fight, Box Nation. They telecast all their domestic level fights. But Wilder and Ortiz, it's a good fight. It's going down in Brooklyn Barclays Centers, March 3rd. I think, I can't, between opponents, I think Luis Ortiz is a better fighter than Joseph Parker, even with the inactivity. I believe if they fought, Luis Ortiz will do major damage to Joseph Parker. Now, you're talking about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, who the better fighter. I think is very, very close and it's very even. Obviously, Joshua has a better championship pedigree with holding 2 belts. But I don't think it's that much room for error there. But I think it's a lot of room for error, or a lot of room for disparity between Joshua and Ortiz. So it makes me to believe that Wilder and Ortiz is the better fight. I think Ortiz is a better opponent than Parker is for Joshua. And I think Ortiz has a chance to shock Deontay Wilder. I think if Deontay Wilder opened up this fight as a favorite, which I haven't looked at the line, I think going against the grain might win you some money with Ortiz. I don't see Joseph Parker having the ability to knock out or defeat Anthony Joshua. I said it many, many times. A lot of people disagree with me. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I watched his last 3 or 4 or 5 fights. He's not good. He's average at best, and I think I'm being nice by saying Joseph Parker is average at heavyweight, especially in his watered down heavyweight age that's starting to come up though. That's just my opinion on it. I think Deontay and Luis Ortiz is the better fighting in the ring, but the better event. And you talking about the crowd and electricity, it's probably Joshua and Parker. I think that's just the better boxing match for, better event. I think, it's going to have like that Principality Stadium fits almost 100,000 people. It's going to be electric. I think Anthony Joshua is a better draw than Deontay Wilder. So from a venue standpoint and electricity of the crowd, I think Joshua and Parker is the better event. But I think the better fight is Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. And that's just my opinion on that, man. I like all 4 fighters pretty much. I enjoy watching the fight. Joseph Parker, but he always in a good, solid fight. Except for the Fury fight. Fury made that fight hard to watch because he moved a lot. His movement bothered Parker, but Joshua won't be moving that much. Joshua coming straight at him. Joshua said today that I ain't gonna shake his hand. I'm coming to knock his block off, man. But I think in terms of competition level, I think Ortiz and Wilder. I think Ortiz has a real chance to rockabye baby Deontay Wilder. A lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but if he opens up as an underdog, I'm trying to tell you, put your money on Ortiz if the odds is good enough, because Ortiz can cause Wilder some problems. Ortiz can cause Wilder more problems than Joseph Parker can cause to Anthony Joshua, and I think that's where the intrigue builds up for the Ortiz and Wilder fight. Obviously, Wilder and Ortiz is going to be fought first, so it's going to be a lot of build up, and then probably about 28 days later or something like that, then Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua going to get on. So it's a big march for heavyweight boxing. And I think it's very ideal that they fight so close together. So, the winner of both fights, people seeing them in the beginning of the month and the end of the month, and the buzz could start happening for Wilder if he wins to face Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua when they win. And I think it'll be a lot of pressure by them fighting so close together for the winner of these fights. To fight each other. And I think the casual public will demand for it. Both of these fights will be on Showtime. And once they see 4 heavyweights that can really bang it out and 2 come out on top, naturally the fans are going to, not the hardcore fans, the casual fans are going to want to see Wilder and Joshua or whoever comes out on top. And you know, it is what it is. It's a boxing clinic, and you know, we on to the next video, the next boxing video. Then we're gonna cover NFL video, react to the Jags and Steelers game. So be on the lookout. We on the grind. Check the description. You know, the Facebook page to the boxing clinic. Go click there, like it. Donations and the new tech page. But we gone.